let her slip away.
He killed Carl!
In part 1 of our story, Arthas, Prince of Lordaeron and Purger of Peasants, cast aside his massive paladin's penis for a more powerful yet cursed blade called Frostmourne.
I am freezing.
Arthas makes a literal deal with the literal Ice Devil and must pay for his newfound power with his soul, his skin, and his sanity, which was already heavily in question.
I put cornstarch on my face.
By doing this, Arthas ushers in the second coming of the Burning Legion, a horde of generic evil demons set on destroying the world to consume its valuable nutrients. So basically people. And like human beings, these demons are just so rude.
These frail humans offer no real resistance.
Dude, I'm right here.
But while Arthas is murdering his father and peeing on the ashes, the war chief of the Orcish horde, Thrall, is following the advice of a mysterious cannibal crow man that appears in his dreams. Bold strategy.
Taco Bell.
So Thrall takes his army and sails west to Kalimdor. The journey is treacherous and his armies are scattered by the harsh seas. But despite this setback, Thrall really only has one option, and that is to move forward and establish a settlement in this completely unfamiliar world. And like building any great nation, he must commit genocide on the locals because they're abominations to God. Kalimdor is overflowing with pigmen, horsemen, cowmen, and the worst kind of men, human men.
Oh, fuck ate my cookie.
Thrall stumbles upon a great Tauren chieftain named Cairn Bloodhoof. It's a family name, and with the absence of Grom Hellscream, Thrall's right-hand orc, Cairn assumes the role of elderly father figure, guiding Thrall towards destiny, offering useful advice, and being totally racist at Christmas dinner.
However, those metal-clad pinkskins look like trouble.
Dude, not cool.
Thrall and his orcs proceed to leave Cairn and his old bones back at the old folks' home, and they bumble through the desolate Kalimdor landscape, starving for blood. Orcs are blood addicts by nature, and pig's blood just doesn't cut it and is really bad for you. But thank the spirits, because the orcs finally stumble upon some human men fighting Grom Hellscream and his Warsong clan, a story as old as time itself. Grom has been battling the humans since Warcraft 2, and his hatred for them is only surpassed by his love of their blood, similar to God.
It's from my son.
But Thrall desperately wants to get to the Oracle as fast as possible to receive further instruction, and a blood-drunk Grom will only complicate things, and so Thrall instructs Grom Hellscream to avoid fighting the humans at all costs, unless specifically in self-defense. Now this sounds reasonable in theory, but this is like telling a child not to grab that cookie you put right in front of their face. Not only is it cruel and unusual, but it's just not gonna work, because the humans
Must be slaughtered!
Dude, not cool.
Grom does what literally everyone except Thrall could foresee him doing, and he proceeds to attack the humans for no other reason than them being human.
Cucumber?
Fair enough, but this obvious oversight makes one question not only Thrall's leadership, but his vision as well. Like, I personally think he should really get his farsight checked out.
Sir, that's an apple.
Thrall is somehow surprised and angry that the dog ate the treat, and as punishment sends the Warsong clan away to become lumberjacks. Bad Grom. Grom's bloodthirsty shenanigans made this otherwise simple trip to grab some annoying zeppelins to reach Stone Talon Peak needlessly complex and difficult. It's a fatal yet predictable mistake, like bringing your severely drunk friend on that 3 a.m. Taco Bell run. It's just not a good idea.
I can wait no longer.
Dude, we literally just got in the car.
So the Warsong clan travels north towards Ashenvale Forest because Thrall wants to build an orc stronghold, and settlements require lumber. Lumber requires trees, and trees are the parasites of the forest. They're fucking everywhere and be taking all that good water from the dead people. So Grom and the Warsong clan proceed to do what they do best. Murder, killing a few trees, okay, a lot of trees, like 15,000 trees, but fuck those trees. But Grom's deforestation shenanigans incur the wrath of a hippie race called the Night Elves, because apparently trees are like important and stuff. Something to do with boulder movement, and the Night Elves aren't your typical tree huggers. They are as dangerous and as terrifying as they sound. They are elves of the night, riding tigers, shooting barbed arrows, and being colored purple. Spooky. But it's Halloween, and these night elves are about to get even scarier.
Women! They're women!
Grom's lumberjack shenanigans incur the wrath of Cenarius, a demigod of the forest. He is very powerful and can summon Ents, heal the trees, and most importantly, hit those low, sexy baritone notes that disable the enemy with its distinctly sexual vibrations.
Let battle be joined.
Oh, man.
But the Burning Legion's evil tendrils have already begun to spread from Lordaeron to Kalimdor. Archimonde, the leader of the Burning Legion, has sent his 2 lieutenants, Tichondrius and Manaroth, to prepare for the invasion. Tichondrius thinks it'd be like hilarious, bro, if Manaroth pranked the orcs by spilling his burning, addictive demon blood into a fountain of health. Not cool, but I guess that's basically what Jesus did, so it's probably safe to assume this Manaroth guy is definitely a good guy.
Guys, I'm feeling real evil.
The Warsong clan is attracted to the murder pheromones emanating from the pool, and Grom decides to have a last supper with the boys, getting drunk on that good demon blood, and there's no shame in that. We've all done it. The orcs make a literal deal with the literal devil, infusing themselves with literal demon blood to increase their power. Chaos damage melts steel beams, and this enables them to kill Cenarius and his ass of steel to pave the way for the Burning Legion to invade. But while Grom is throwing a wicked rager, Thrall and Cairn head to Stone Talon Peak to search for this mysterious oracle and the wisdom he carries. And like any wise old man, the Oracle has made his front lawn a dangerous labyrinth to weed out those pesky kids and the Dumbos.
Let's get the hell out of here!
No, not that way.
What?
After various challenges like slaying dragons, killing cave sheep, and making bacon, Thrall and Cairn find and open the bridge to finally meet this hyped up oracle. All of my men have died or been turned into cave sheep, so at this point, I'm just holding out hope that it's a naked Greek lady.
I am the prophet.
God damn it.
Thrall immediately realizes that he's been duped. The Oracle, in fact, is just the crow cannibal man from part 1 that gave Thrall insomnia. And if that wasn't bad enough, the prophet is hanging out with the humans and their leader Jaina Proudmoore, who's a woman. Titties always ruin friendships, and the prophet convinces the orcs and humans to set aside their differences to deal with the greater threat of the Burning Legion. They may hate each other, but I'd rather my neighbor be a green-skinned orc than a corpse sewn from my dead parents.
Dad?
But first, they must capture and free Grom Hellscream from the demon's mental manipulation. Now, this is the first known historical instance of
How does that make
psychotherapy, and sober Grom is pretty pissed about Manaroth giving him some laced demon blood. But dude, you never trust a pit lord. That's like Jesus' main rule. So Grom proceeds to find and kill Manaroth in the greatest CGI cutscene in gaming history. I still have no idea how Blizzard did this in 2002. They must have made a deal with the devil to deal with this devil.
Blood is mine. As is your whole misbegotten race.
I don't even know what misbegotten means.
Grom proceeds to slay his literal and figurative demons, killing Manaroth using the very blood that entrapped his people to free them, and with this single heroic act, Grom totally redeems himself. But like all great deeds, a sacrifice is required, and Grom sadly must pay for his sins and partying, and he dies immediately as his other vice, cigarettes, finally finishes the job.
I have freed myself.
Yeah, I'm still addicted.
With the death of Grom, Thrall and the humans' relationship can remain stable.
Zug Zug?
But remember, they've got bigger problems. The Burning Legion's full force of undead have landed on Kalimdor, filled with ghouls, gargoyles, and abominations. Oh my! But as terrifying as that is, things are about to get way spookier because now we're the women!
Chapter 4. Bears are scary and stuff. We now shift to our final storyline, the Night Elf front, where Tyrande Whisperwind is not happy about this orc-human alliance.
I'm not weird.
The orcs are Cenarius, and the humans, as we've established many times, are humans.
I knew it!
She wishes to oust these invaders, but soon learns the Burning Legion is at her doorstep, nay, in her garden, and they are corrupting everything. The trees, the Ents, this flower. Tyrande realizes this is way above her pay grade, and so she seeks out her boss and lover, Furion Stormrage, a powerful druid that rides an elk and can summon rose bushes.
Silence!
Ow, that really stings.
And like all powerful people, Furion is a pretty terrible boss. Not only has he been sleeping with his employees, but the dude has been asleep for literally 10,000 years in the Emerald Dream, which I think is code for LSD or fentanyl-laced demon blood. Uh-oh, he might actually be dead.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Never mind, but now that Furion's wild LSD trip has been disturbed, he decides he might as well wake up all his siblings because fuck them. And so Tyrande and Furion seek out and awaken the Druids of the Talon and the Druids of the Claw to bolster the Night Elf forces. Bears and crows are nature's greatest predators, and these Druids are not morning elves. They are night elves. And Furion bought decaf? What? With all the Druids awoken, the Night Elves are now at full strength and are almost ready to defend their favorite tree. But when you got a demon problem in your neighborhood, who you gonna call? A demon hunter.
I'm blind, not deaf.
What?
So Tyrande frees a demon hunter named Illidan Stormrage, who happens to be Furion's twin brother, who's been imprisoned for doing bad things. He is extremely dangerous and has been placed in solitary confinement for 10,000 years. This leaves two distinct possibilities. Either Illidan is enlightened, or Illidan is insane.
Yes. The power should be mine.
He's insane! Illidan proceeds to thank Tyrande for freeing him by destroying the skull of Gul'dan, which was corrupting the elves' forest. Now this sounds great, but by doing this, Illidan consumes the skull's energies and power, thus turning him into a dreadful demon thing, a metamorphosis that changes his entire physique, except his blindness, but at least it equips him with the greatest weapon of all, a brand spankin' new voice that makes Cenarius sound like a pink-skinned bitch like me.
Now I am complete.
Aren't you blind?
Illidan is then exiled by Furion, and he wanders off to probably run into a tree. But now we are at the twilight of our story, with the Burning Legion on the foothills of Nordrassil, the World Tree. Archimonde seeks to consume the tree and butt-plug acorns, but before dinner can start, Archimonde wants to say a little grace and talk that mad smack to the humans, orcs, and night elves defiantly standing in his path.
Show yourself! Or do you intend to have mortal girls do all your fighting for you?
Bro, women are scary.
The elves are forced into the harsh reality that they must band together with the humans and the orcs. All three races come together like some sort of disgusting transformer puppet that's been strung along under the direction of the crow prophet named Medivh, who it turns out is actually responsible for the Legion's return, as he opened the original dark portal to let the orcs cross worlds. But he forgot to lock up, and this allowed the demons to sneak into Azeroth and steal that cookie. Let's kill him! So the forces of good attempt to hold off Archimonde until Furion can set the proper trap.
an army of wisps. Now, wisps are balls of energy that are really only good for two things: forced manual labor and kamikaze missions. Archimonde blasts through the humans, orcs, and eventually night elf forces, but at the final moment, at the base of the world tree with his claws upon it, Archimonde is vanquished by an army of angry wisps. I don't get it either, but if it keeps my cookies safe, then I'm all for it. And so, the Legion was defeated. Evil was vanquished forever. Maybe, but not without leaving many scars upon the land and the people of Azeroth. However, the roots will heal in time, as will the entire world.
I'm still blind.
Thanks for watching. Comment and like, and let me know what stories you want me to tell next. Peace, and thanks to the patrons.